Understanding that the STAMP's President Scholar Program was just that, a program, and not solely a scholarship, is kind of what drew me towards it in the first place. Coming in as a senior from high school, I think the first element of the scholarship that stood out was the monetary benefits to it, but there's so many more privileges, the community, the network, the support system that's carried me through my time at Georgia Tech and really enhanced my experience here. And I think that's why I picked it, and it's just proven to be the right reason since.
Before I even received the scholarship, I knew that Georgia Tech was a school that I wanted to go to for two reasons. I think it's a really unique community of people who really want to be change makers in whatever field they're going to go into, whether that's engineering or physics, or in my case, foreign policy. For the SPS community specifically, in my interactions with current scholars when I was applying to Georgia Tech, they kind of seemed to be a different kind of passion. They were really driven by their individual desires to make a difference in what they thought they could do the best at.
There was one really big thing that I wanted in my college experience, and that was I wanted an intellectual environment where I could learn from those around me. And I felt like while you may get that, other schools, SPS being a program rather than just going to class or whatnot, would kind of foster those communications. And that was really what I wanted, because I feel like college is a unique environment. You may not be surrounded with, such intellectually driven people in this number and abundance at any other portion of your life. So I really wanted to learn from others, and I really wanted that fostered connection. And I felt like this program would kind of provide that discourse and push me to make that communication with others.
The biggest factor in choosing SPS was the opportunities that it presented. The Excel program pushed me straight into research my first year. And so I got into a neurophysiology lab, which was very exciting, and not a lot of first years get to do that.
My favorite benefit of SPS has definitely been the community and the growth. I've met some of my best friends at Georgia Tech because of the SPS program, the people that I went on my tech track with, the people that I got to work on the convention with, across the nation, the people that I met at conferences. All of them continue to be my best friends and people that I grow from, and people that are doing really interesting things that aren't even similar to the things I'm doing. I think having those four pillars of leadership, scholarship, progress, and service, and continuously having a support system, an office, and other just members at Georgia Tech that understand what you're going through and help you work to be a better you is also really important. So I think being invested in for those four qualities and honing them as I go through Georgia Tech and into the real world is also really important.
In thinking about how I've chosen to spend my enrichment funds, I focus on using them for experiences that I otherwise wouldn't be able to have, whether it's attending conferences at West Point for ethics or global leadership, or going on tech treks to Cyprus and studying geopolitical issues. I've also used it to fund my study abroad, and my study abroad ended up being very influential in kind of helping me shape my career goals. And so I certainly don't think that I would have the passion and the interest that I do now had I not gone on that study abroad, which wouldn't have been possible without my enrichment funds.
I was able to study abroad thanks to the enrichment funding and go to New Zealand and learn about a new culture, study some neuroanesthesia, and really just get a whole glimpse into a new sort of life and be on my own really for the first time.
So when you accept a STAMP's President Scholarship, you can't look at it as just a scholarship. I wouldn't even look at the money. I wouldn't look at just some of the benefits, even things like enrichment funding. I would say really look at what you can get that's not tangible. Look at the connections you'll make and look at the ideas you'll receive from bonding with other people at Georgia Tech. That's the biggest thing that you get here, is truly those ideas, the fostering of thoughts that is kind of unparalleled in comparison, I say, across the country.